So, by my reckoning, that's the Chiefs bench emptied. Sarries securing vital possession.
It's a good drive from Saracens, trying to eke out a penalty that would relieve that pressure.
Wigglesworth, again against the wind, struggling to make too much territory, but that has been tapped back beautifully, and Farrell has it, and away goes Taylor. Taylor with Bosch outside him, and Ellery too. Shadowed by Campagnaro and Short. Terrific defensive work from the Chiefs, but Sarries on the front foot. Makavunapola caught in two minds, and then caught by Carl Rimmer. Brits. Wigglesworth. Width on the ball. Bosch. Slammed in the tackle by the Italian Campagnaro.
That's a ruck as well.
Brits. Farrell on the loop. Itoje clattering forwards. Chiefs slowing it up. Just enough time for everybody to reassemble defensively. Vunapola taken low by Don Armand. Farrell with the double pump. Chiefs dealing so well with this attack at the moment. Cruz. Phases approaching double figures. And the Chiefs have done enough. Well, in its way, it was Saracens like that defensive effort.
Well, that was huge. Brilliant turnover from Saracens. Another Wigglesworth kick. Absolutely on the money to allow Wiles to beat Noel in the air. Couldn't have been a better kick, this. Hangs in the wind. Wiles gets his hand in, and then exactly what Saracens love to exploit. Defence into attack. But the scramble from the Chiefs, absolutely first class.
You're absolutely right. The presence of mind to get onto the front foot. The Exeter just fighting for absolutely everything. That man, Sam Simmonds, straight over the ball. Well, Saracens players are waving their arm and not dealing with the threat. He's doing his job and bailing his team out of trouble.
There's Sam Simmonds, just 22 years old. Man of the match on his Premiership debut back in February. Named the player of the tournament in the Premiership Sevens this season. And another example of the Chiefs Academy working so well. Younger brother Joe coming through nicely.
Holding, survive the clean out.
You think about the Simmonds brothers, the Townsends, the Maunders. There is a conveyor belt producing the goods here at Sandy Park. There's some relief offered by Steenson. Eight and a half minutes. Different questions being asked here of two contrasting sides. Saracens having been there and done it all. Just wondering if they've got enough left in the tank to pull this out of the fire. And the Chiefs wondering if they're good enough to make the Premiership final for a second successive year. All about confidence and belief and ruthlessness at this point.
That's once.
Chudley. Nasty one for Ellery. And Whittle with the mother and father of all tackles. Black shirts swarming. Saracens desperately digging the ball away. Farrell looking to make the most of a little bit of broken field. Bosch changes his mind and slices it wide.
That pressure again. Brilliant kick. Whitten couldn't have timed it better. Just puts the brakes on slightly to allow him to accelerate back into the tackle. Get underneath Ellery, lift the legs and just continue the drive. And then all his black shirts can flood in behind him. Saracens do really well to secure the ball. Farrell just has a little dart at the line, causes a bit of confusion for Bosch, who slices the ball, and now what an opportunity.
If you wanted a little snapshot of what commitment means, you just take a look at what Ian Whitten was up to a few moments ago. Parling wins the line-out ball. Exeter are scenting victory. Armand. It's dog-eat-dog right now. Chudley for Simmonds. beating at least 2 men. Rimmer. Berger with the tackle. Chudley for Campagnaro. He's gone straight through the middle. And Farrell again being driven back onto the back foot. More than the back foot, but Saracens have the ball.
Well, Mako Vunipola again wrapping those arms underneath, forcing Francis to come in from an angle to clear him out, not from the back foot. Just there, has to skip past Duncan Taylor, doesn't he, which means he loses the legal angle. Taylor on the floor, he has to step to the side and then get underneath in that gap between the shoulder and the thigh of Mako Vunipola. There's nothing he can do differently. You need to go in more than just one-off runners. You have to take support with you.
I think we've just seen why some of these sides, including England, use the judo method in their training. Good freeing up Ellery here. Through Short, not through Noel. Where's the ball? It's there for Wigglesworth. Saracens with time against them. Farrell for Brits. Red shirts beginning to swarm. The ball on a plate for Wigglesworth. Mako Vunipola spiralling. Farrell. Brits over the top for Ellery. Mike Ellery. Can he get it down? He scores! The most acrobatic, the most sensational of finishes. Mike Ellery might just have put Saracens into the final again.
That's another stunning over-the-head pass, this time from Scott Britt. The jamming defensive line step into him and hit the basketball pass over the top. And Ellery, Slade tries to get underneath him, drive him up into the air, but he's got the power and the momentum to use that and flip himself over the line and dot the ball down.
Saracens look like they've been on the ropes. Exeter have given so much. I thought discipline, it might come down to discipline, a kick, a penalty. But no, once again, Saracens showing that champion quality. That's a great tackle from Henry Slade. Anywhere else on the pitch, apart from 2 yards on your line. But what credit to Mike Ellery. He's come on early for Chris Ashton, a puncture, and he sneaks himself into the corner. What a moment.
What can you say about this team? They just never think it's done.
What a kick this is, though. To take it out of range of a simple penalty or a drop goal. Difficult wind.
Farrell then in a familiar pose, looking to nail down a big win for his side, wearing the scars of battle, the same routine. He's hooked it. 3 points in it. Exeter still with a chance. 4 minutes remaining. Well, it's just the kind of thunderous contest we were after, isn't it? It's got everything, this. Three points for Exeter, by the way, would take us into extra time at the 80-minute mark. And that hasn't happened in a Premiership semi-final before. Sarries looking to control field position, control possession and territory from here. Wigglesworth and that wonderful left boot taken by Slade, whose tackle was such a good one, but the finish just dazzling from Mike Ellery. Lees, Chiefs in possession. Steenson. Campagnaro. Jack Noel. If anybody can break it open, Jack Noel can. 3 minutes to go. Don Armand. Patience required here from Exeter, who must be close to beginning to worry about the future of this contest. Slade driven back behind the gain line.
Vunipola, brilliant counter ruck after the tackle.
This is so typical of Saracens. Whenever they give themselves a tiny bit of a lead, just look at the energy they've seen in defence. It hasn't always been there today, but it's certainly evident right now.
Yeah, it has unquestionably drifted at times. Chiefs have been fabulous. And they have thrown the kitchen sink at Saracens, but Mark McCall's men have gone back and picked up every appliance that they could possibly find, and they've lobbed it right back at them. The ball ripped by Jackson Ray, but then it went forward. So Chiefs still in possession, but 2 minutes remaining. They are back behind the 10-metre line.
Oh, just some brilliant defence, particularly Vunipola. They were on the halfway line. The Chiefs, they felt they could get into Saracens' danger zone, try and force a penalty. And Vunipola with the counter-up, and he's taken them almost back to Exeter zone 22.
Laurie, 151. Yeah. Okay, can you hear me now?
Everything, pre-season, 22 rounds of rugby, come down to these final 2 minutes for Exeter. You need clarity of mind, you need a decent scrum, and then you've got to execute. They have given so much today. For large parts of it, they've been the better team. Saracens have shown a huge amount in terms of spirit, guts, championship quality, but Exeter played the rugby. But it's going to count for nothing if they don't produce anything in these next couple of minutes.
Well, the Chiefs have been unstoppable in the second half of the season. Unbeaten in 15 Premiership games. That's the second longest stretch ever. Tigers went 17 matches back at the turn of the millennium. 8 consecutive bonus point wins. And, of course, all that from this terrible start that they had to the season. They've got around about 90 seconds to salvage this. They've won the penalty from the scrum.
And that will give them the field position they require to get within the opportunity, because if they'd stayed in their own half, Saracens can defend differently. They can give away penalties knowing they're safe. Right when they get down here, Saracens know they can't. But has he found touch?
Oh my goodness! That is monstrous! A howitzer of a boot from Henry Slade has put them 7 metres out. Less.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable to take that on. High risk, high reward on his forwards. Now can really attack this line, parling their eyes, trying to work out what the defenders are doing. Make the right call.
Could this be the fairy tale? The line-out ball is run from Dennis. This is their strength, one of their many strengths. Simmonds eyeing up the try line. Simmonds! It's there! Pandemonium at Sandy Park. Henry Slade's kick. Sam Simmonds score. Saracens undone at the death. And Sandy Park, well, the lid has been blown off.
Absolutely unbelievable. You saw Slade in that picture, the kick to get them within 5. And then they get the march on, in come the backs. Just get slightly ahead of themselves there. The control Farrell's in underneath, but look at Wayne Barnes' positioning. He's seen it. He doesn't need to go to the TMO. He can see the ball grounded. Big, brave call from the referee. And Exeter, Sandy Park has erupted.
Well, when he rose from his seat just a few moments ago, I'm pretty sure Rob Baxter thought the game was up. It was far from up. Steenson to add the 2, sends it on its way. It doesn't matter. What a story! What a win! What a rugby club! The Chiefs have managed what few thought was possible. They've taken down the champions with surely their greatest ever victory, and they have done it in the most dramatic fashion possible. They're one step from the trophy again.
Unbelievable scenes here at Exeter. As I said, they had been the better team for most parts of the game. Saracens found a way of getting them ahead, and with 50 seconds to go, Henry Slade, what a kick to the corner. And in moments like this, no pressure, no diamonds, and he had the tools, put themselves in a wonderful position, and then it just came down to that small detail. Everyone here was up on their feet. What a wonderful moment. What an unbelievable game.
I'm stunned. It was just that. We thought Saracens had pulled it out of the bag again. Huge credit to them. Probably at 80% of their usual capacity, but they'd found a way to secure the win. But then the kick from Slade to the corner, and they just backed themselves, and the whole of this crowd blew them over the line. What a finish to an unbelievable season for these two teams.
Absolutely sensational. Saracens' season is over. There will be no double-double.